Yellow shoelaces.
Is she podcast twerking?
Hey guys, welcome back to Yellow Shoelaces. Those singing lessons are paying off. Oh my God. Okay, so I know you guys are like, where is that fine young lady that has a voice like velvet? Well, guess what? She's back. Yes, I'm talking about T. Could you please say hello, T?
Hello, everyone.
How's it going? How's it been? What have you been getting into?
I'm back to work, unfortunately. But it's not too bad. It's good being outside, seeing people. Life is getting back to normal.
In that sunshine, right?
And the sun. I love the sun. So, not too bad. How you been?
I've been good. Family's good. Everybody's chilling, hanging out there, enjoying the sunshine and vitamin D. And speaking of the D, I'm sure you heard, prostitution is legal now. Okay, in case you guys didn't catch that, that was a loud ass clap.
I'm clapping.
So I take it, not that anyone should have anything negative to say about prostitution. I guess maybe unless you're a wife.
Well, right.
Who might have some concerns when now your husband is like, I have to stay late at the office. And I think that's what they call in their corners now, the office.
Well, it is the office, right? It's where money's made.
That's where money made. No W-2s. And, I have no issue with it. The only thing, though, with this, of course, there's always something. Pimps are still going to get arrested.
They should.
And so no more pimping these girls out. But what do you think about ladies needing security? Do you think they should hire someone, their own personal security, to be out on the street? I
think it's a good idea to hire someone. I think the high class, when you watch movies, the high class hookers, they always have a driver that's their security. So I don't think anyone should be a prostitute. Let's let that be clear.
No one should be a prostitute, but if you choose to do it,
it's your prerogative.
Okay. So prostitution, okay, we get it. And, some of the reasoning behind it is because people in lower incomes, that's how they make their money by, selling their body or, selling their services. Let's just say it like that. But sex is legal. Mm-hmm. You have sex. So if you're getting paid to do something that you don't have a problem with, and now because we don't really kind of have to worry about the pimps, I'm guessing in some situations, because of course there's still going to be pimps out there who are not caught. But if you don't have anyone, lording over you, telling you that you have to be on the street and you choose to do this, it's like stripping, like you choose to strip.
Exactly.
And now they have classes charging you like $20 to learn how to ride a pole.
Right.
When before these same housewives, they were like, oh my God, that's so disgusting. How could she do that and degrade herself? So, and I'm saying that because now with prostitution being legal and you have all these sites now like OnlyFans, do you think that's competition?
I don't think it's competition. I think it's advertisement now.
So if someone had an OnlyFans account and they're charging like $20, a month, and a guy, he's like, oh, I want to see what you have, but if you can go out on the street and get more than visuals for $20, like, what's the point in having OnlyFans then?
Well, I think with OnlyFans, you're not going to get the same quality female for $20 on the street.
Says who?
I don't think.
I know some fine young things out there,
I don't know. I just feel like it's going to be a different caliber of female on OnlyFans as opposed to street hookers.
Okay.
And the only reason why I think prostitution should never have been illegal is because how are you going to tell me, a female, what to do with my body? Not that I would I would be a prostitute, but it's just controlling the woman. It's saying I could go and sell books on the street with no license, no nothing, but you're telling me I can't provide a service for someone if I choose? I'm not into the sex trafficking, but if a woman decides to go that route, it shouldn't be illegal to do anything with her own body.
So as far as protections, do you think that the government should be involved with saying like, look, we will give you health care and things like that, but we're going to have to tax you having sex. What do you think of that?
I still think it's wrong. It's still controlling a female's body. It's still telling her what she can and can't do. Like I said, you can sell, natural juices on the street, and the government doesn't tell you, okay, we're going to, I guess they do regulate it, but I don't think it should be illegal to do anything with an adult body.
So benefits, do you think prostitutes, and I'm not saying prostitutes, but the proper term is sex workers. So do you think sex workers should be afforded like healthcare? Is that something like, if you're not taxing their money, this is something that they should save for on their own?
I agree. It's no different than if you're an entrepreneur, you fill out $11.99. You don't get benefits, so that's something you have to pay for yourself out of pocket.
Okay, so as a sex worker, I can't jaywalk. I have to be careful because things happen.
Yes.
And now I have to like be like Uber or Lyft. I'm be like, what's your name, sir? And what do you want to have done? Oh no, because I only got 2 things on here, and now you're asking for this. Yeah, no. And so then you got to kind of check off that list, because now you have to worry about like knee pads and just
Oh Jesus.
I know knee pads are expensive, and I only know that, people, because I may have tried soccer once or twice, and I know what you're thinking. Balls are balls, but it's different. Soccer balls are different.
They're all
and
around.
They're bigger though, the soccer balls. But yeah, I don't have an issue with sex workers, and I really believe that like you said, women are responsible for their own bodies, and they should be able to provide a service for someone. But I guess some people might say, well, as a sex worker, let's just say you get into some trouble, maybe possibly being raped, or now you have to worry about other people trying to, assault you, or a friend comes with this person that you're supposed to meet up with. So as security, there's going to be a racket, because now you're going to have guys who may not be a pimp, but they're going to offer services so that you can be protected in these streets. And that's still, to me, like pimp, because now you have to give them a cut of your money. So
as long as you agree to an amount, that's just an agreement.
Okay.
Or they could regulate it and just have brothels. So at least you have security at the door.
Yeah, I like
Anything
that.
happens, and I mean, I would hate to see my man going in that brothel, but at least the girls are safe. I think that's the best way to do it.
So brothels, apartment 5G. Oh, never mind.
I'm opening one as you. Now that I'm thinking about it.
That's apartment 5, zip code 112. Yeah, that. Because I know some brothels. I'm just saying that's not what they're called. They're apartments. But
There's brothels in New York.
disregard Ixnay on the offals day.
That dark web.
Yeah. So now that we got that out the way, and you happen to bring up if your man winning one, you don't know how you would feel. So if he came to you, I don't know if most men, would you tell your girl, or would it just take away the pleasure of seeing a prostitute? Because if that's the case, if he's telling you, then what's the point? But if you found out that he was going to said brothel, which does not exist, people, the 5G is made up, does not exist, and you found out, how would you feel?
It's over. That's a deal breaker.
Because
You're cheating. And you're cheating with someone who has sex for a living. That's
cigarettes
high
are legal.
risk.
Cigarettes are legal. And whatever you choose to put in your body, or whatever you choose to put in someone else's body, that's your priority, right?
Right.
So he's choosing to put something else in somebody's body.
And he chose not to be with me anymore.
I don't know. I feel like if I found out, I don't know, I would feel disgusted maybe, because again, this person is, offering sex, but then I think what would be more hurtful is if, how, you see in movies where he has this one special girl, like he's only, oh, Sarah, your regular came in today and asked for you. I think that would be like a deal breaker. Now, I'm not saying I would, want my boyfriend out there with a sex worker, but if he knew her by name and she was telling stories about her kids and shit, I would feel away. I'm like, who is this Sarah person? He's like, no, we just, yeah, look, babe, How about those Knicks? What the fuck? You know, I don't know. I feel like men are men. I get it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But if I found out, I think that would possibly. I think that would possibly, Lord, would you stay or not? I think that I would be so upset, and I don't know how you can talk about it, because it's on the one hand, it's like I don't love her. I'm just out there getting my rocks off, and so now you have to debate whether or not you weren't able to get his rocks off. It's just so much involved. But I'd have to say he'd have to go, because I'm gonna be like, you know what? Go live in a brothel with Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're putting me at risk. This is a sex worker. So STDs and everything, you don't know what she came in contact with.
Yeah.
And then you're with her and you're coming back to me.
Well, maybe she can hire him as security.
Maybe. He's going to need a place to stay.
And he doesn't have to pay anymore. He could be like, I'll be your security and you can pay me in sex.
No, I feel like a hooker is no different than just cheating. It's worse because you paid for it. That was your main intention.
But if he's cheating, he still has to pay this other girl something, basically for her silence. He's buying her bags or shoes or something because she's like, oh, because I'm gonna tell your wife. I'm gonna tell your wife. Yeah, so it's kind of the same. So sex workering and cheating, I think it's the same thing, because ultimately, and even with a sex worker, they're not threatening you because you're paying up front. There's no feelings attached because she knows her job, she knows her position. But when you're cheating with someone and this other person thinks like, you know, they're that person you're being with because your partner isn't satisfying them, and I'm sure a sex worker thinks the same thing, but she doesn't give a shit because she got paid up front. You know, there's always that thing looming over you, and sex workers aren't using the internet to stalk your information to find out where you live. Yeah,
but every time I pass apartment 5G, I'm gonna see her. She could be like, you know what I did to your man?
She's like, that's like Baby Boy when she was in the office with that chick, and she was just like, why is she looking at me? She was a hooker. Oh yeah, she was. She was like, Jody. Yeah, I get it. I don't think there are men sex workers, but I don't know if do they think about these sort of things? Like,
where are they? Are they in 4G?
Well, I'm sure they're probably 4G. They're probably in Florida and California. But you know, male sex workers, you know, they come in, they put down the goods. And are women that caught up? Do they need the same guy all the time, or do they, you know, want to do something different?
I don't know. If a woman's going to, what is it, a gigolo, right?
There you go.
Gigolo.
Yes.
I think they're going to go to that one person. That's their guy.
Yeah, because I think women are a little more sensitive. They don't want to just kind of be all over the place. So, yeah, but men, unless you put it on him real well, he's going to be like, listen, yeah, what you got? What you got in your bag of tricks? And you're going to have to put that bag of tricks to keep him and get that tip. Should you tip a sex worker?
Yeah.
Really?
25%.
Why?
It's a service. And they really putting in work.
Maybe.
You can't be a lazy hooker, right?
You can be. Because you can just lay there and be like, what you want to do? What you want to do? I want to...
Oh, she don't get a tip.
Oh, you're going to get a tip, all right. You're going to get the tip.
You could just go home for that.
Well, yeah, but being with a sex worker, you get to live out your fantasy and do whatever you want. So that's a tip enough. Like, you shouldn't have to pay extra. Look at me, I'm just like rooting for the sex worker, you know. Well, what do we call the guys who go? Because they're not Johns anymore.
What are they?
They have actual names now.
Oh, I thought they were still Johns.
Yeah, that's
they just don't get arrested, Johns.
Yeah, don't get arrested, Johns. Free John and free Willie. You know. So wow. Okay, so sex working and the boyfriend, but now that it's legal and you don't have to worry about getting hemmed up, I'm sure there are going to be a lot more boyfriends working late at the office, even when they don't have a job. Babe, he's like, you know, I was hitting that pavement looking for a job, and her name just happens to be Job. Like, you know, hey, but no W-2s. You can save up, you know, some money to pay your own health care. Pretty good wage. You're making up your own prices. And, you know, once they sample and they feel like it's worth it, they can be like, fuck, like this girl right here,
She's good.
Especially if she tells you taste like chicken, it's on then. And if she uses hot sauce, I don't know. If he starts sneaking hot sauce out the house and whipped cream, it's gonna be a problem. Like, why are you buying whipped cream at the supermarket on Friday night?
It's gonna be a problem for me if I see hookers everywhere. I don't want to go back to the days of 42nd Street.
Girl.
Right. I want it to be regulated where you have to stay in a certain area, because I still don't feel little kids should see streetwalkers, you know? So they have to regulate it somehow.
Yeah.
And maybe they could throw insurance in there.
Yeah,
Just in case she breaks her leg and she can't work.
And 5G, mommy just stays in the bedroom. What are you doing in there? Is that my Uncle John?
All my uncles. They all have the same name, John.
Oh man. All right. Well, look, guys, what are your views on sex working, Johns, pimps? I mean, should there be a service protecting these women, or are they out on their own because they chose to do this with their own bodies? What is your view? And if you are married, do you think that, sometimes the wife ain't doing enough at home, so you should be able to just get a little jiggle and not have a commitment with someone who works at your job? Let me know in the comment section, and I want to thank T for engaging this conversation. She's so sexy, y'all. She's so sexy.
Thank you.
And but guys, remember to always stay intrigued, and until next time, bye.
Bye.
Just as bad.